Hey guys, my name is Shane, and today I'm going to be making a little update video for you. So as of August 5th, I am officially 1 month on testosterone. I started testosterone on July 5th, and right now I'm filming this a couple days after my 1 month just because I'm not always going to be able to get it right on the exact date. It's kind of the same thing anyways. I'm a little bit over 1 month, 3 days over to be exact. So I'm just gonna update you guys on all the changes that I've been feeling on testosterone, everything that's been going on, like do some comparison type stuff, and I figured it would be a good way to document my own journey as well as kind of give people a little look into what's changing with me. So I'm just gonna go from head to toe with the changes just so that I can kind of go through everything, and then I guess I'll deal with some more emotional stuff. But first I want to show you this little time lapse that I've been doing. I've been taking a photo of myself every single day since a couple days before I started testosterone, and so this is a little time lapse from July 5th when I was 1 day on T until August 5th when I was 1 month on T. Just so you guys can see any kind of difference in how I look from then, and I guess now I'll do a little voice comparison. So this is how I sounded pre-testosterone. Hey guys, my name is Sicsen, welcome to my newest video. And this is my voice 1 month on testosterone. So the voice is definitely one of the things that changed the quickest. For me, I still don't have like, you know, a typical guy voice, which isn't really to be expected on only 1 month of testosterone. But I have noticed a significant drop in my voice, and a lot of other people have noticed it as well, like in my videos or just in person and stuff. And after seeing like a comparison of how I used to sound versus how I sound now, I definitely have noticed the difference, but we haven't gotten to that real voice drop yet. That's probably gonna happen around like 3 months-ish. I'm not quite sure, it's different for everybody, but from what I've seen from other people's timelines and stuff, that usually happens around like 3 months in. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited that my voice is a little bit lower. It's still not passable for a guy voice, but it's better than nothing. So with my hair, I guess nothing has really changed except for, I mean, it's grown, which is obvious. I haven't noticed that it's gotten any more greasy, but some people report that that happens. Farley wants to say hi. Farley baby. Farley still loves me, so that's good. She hasn't noticed that I've been changing at all, I don't think. So yeah, hair isn't really different at all. Like it hasn't changed in texture or anything. My eyebrows, I'm not really sure if they've like filled in a little bit. I've always had really thick eyebrows, so I think that they're pretty much the same as they used to be. I have been kind of still, you know, maintaining them and making sure that they're not like totally out of control, but I think for the most part they're the same. And for a long time now I've been kind of shaping my eyebrows to be more thick than, instead of having like an arch like that's a little bit more feminine. So I'm not really counting on my eyebrows like being any different or like a lot different, and even if they do get like really thick, then I'm probably gonna still keep them shaped so that they're not totally out of control. Another thing that I have noticed that's a change is my face. It is oilier, and I was expecting that, but I haven't had really that much acne, as you can see. Like, it's just my face is just oilier, and I've been trying to combat that with, you know, I wash my face twice a day, and I try not to wash it too much, because if you wash your face too much, it'll start producing even more oil, and that's not what I want. So I've just been trying to, you know, keep on moisturizing, because even if you have an oily face, you should still moisturize. And I'm just trying to keep my face clean and exfoliated so that I don't have to deal with acne later down the line. I mean, it's very likely that it will happen, but I'm trying to minimize it from being really bad, I guess. Another thing is facial hair. So I'm kind of a different case from other trans guys or trans masculine people, because when I was pre-testosterone, I still like grew facial hair. Like, I have a little bit of a mustache. I grew like a beard down here. I mean, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like a full beard, but I did have way more facial hair than like the average cis girl. And for a long time when I was identifying as a girl, like I had a huge problem with that, and I was really self-conscious about it. I would pluck it, I would shave it, I would wax it, I would do everything, but of course it would still come back, and I just kind of, I was like, well, I guess this is my life. I'm just gonna be a girl with facial hair. But now that I've, you know, figured myself out and I know that I'm a guy. It's just, I feel that I'm kind of like ahead of the game with facial hair. Like since I've already had what little facial hair that I do have, because I do continuously shave it because it kind of comes in a little patchy and it looks kind of gross. So I just shave it just so that I look a little bit more clean and presentable. So I'm not going to really count that as a change on testosterone because I already had that to begin with, and I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit thicker. And I'm not really sure if I'm gonna grow out a beard. When it comes to the moment that I can grow out a beard, I'll see if it looks good. I'll do like maybe no shave November or something like that, and if it does look good, then I'll keep it. If it doesn't, then I'll shave it. Like, it's as simple as that. Another change that I've noticed is like just throughout my entire body, and that's sweat. Of course, it's during the summer right now. It's been really hot, so it's like kind of for granted that I'm gonna be sweaty just like everybody else. I don't know, like since starting testosterone, I've noticed just a huge increase in how easily I sweat, because before I didn't really sweat that much. And if I did, it was just because I would be either like outside for a really long time in like excruciating heat, or I would be exercising and, you know, working up a sweat. But now, like literally I'll be sleeping and I'll wake up and I'll be like drenched in sweat, and it's just like, it's weird and uncomfortable, and I feel like I have to shower like twice a day, but it's a small price to pay for all the good changes. So if you're planning on starting testosterone anytime soon, just be aware that you probably are going to get more sweaty and you're gonna kind of start to smell more like a man. Like, it's kind of hard to describe because I myself, I can't smell myself. Like, I feel like a lot of people just aren't able to detect their own like smell because everybody has their own distinct smell. I've talked to like a lot of people who are around me a lot and who are close to me. They've said that I do smell different. Like, it's not bad, but I do smell different just because I have like, you know, testosterone running through my entire body right now, and it's kind of just like making me smell a little less feminine. And that's just what other people have said. Like, I honestly have no idea how I smell, but as long as I don't smell bad, then I think everything is fine. Okay, so moving down here, I have noticed that building muscle is a little bit easier on testosterone, but I guess I don't really have anything to compare it to because pre-T I never really tried building muscle. Like, I was never into going to the gym or anything until like maybe a month or two before I started testosterone. And I didn't really, honestly, like I still haven't seen a lot of difference from when I first started going to the gym, but that might just be because like, you know, I'm hard on myself and I'm like, you know, I'm still not changing. Like, in reality, I know that there are a couple more changes, so I'm just gonna flex the guns right here. Like, I did have a little bit of this when I was pre-T, but I think it has increased a little bit, like just probably from working out and from being on testosterone, and I'm gonna hopefully continue my workout regime. Like, I am getting surgery very soon, so that's gonna kind of put me on the sidelines for a little while, and that kind of sucks just because I know that I'm gonna lose some of what I've gained, but I'm getting top surgery, so I really can't complain. I would much rather take top surgery and then just work out a little bit harder when I finally recover. Speaking of the top surgery area, I haven't noticed really any difference in like either my shoulder broadness, haven't noticed anything like that, but I feel like those kind of changes come later on. I've also heard a lot of guys say that after being on testosterone, they've noticed that their chest gets smaller, and for me, that hasn't happened at all from what I've noticed. Like, it could have happened a tiny bit, but I really haven't detected it at all. But like I said, it's only been 1 month, and I'm not really gonna have anything to compare it to later on because I'm getting top surgery so early. And someone commented on one of my videos saying like that I shouldn't be, you know, going on testosterone so quick after coming out or getting top surgery so quickly after coming out. And I think that's like, why are you trying to dictate somebody else's transition? Like, if I feel comfortable with coming out and then going on T and then getting top surgery, then that's what I'm gonna do. And I am lucky enough that everything has been working out for me. Like, going on testosterone was really just a decision that I had to make, and it didn't really have to do with anyone else. Like, I could afford it and everything, but top surgery is something that I have been wanting for such a long time, and now I'm finally able to go through with it thanks to my family and some friends who've donated and stuff. I know that everything is happening very quickly, but that's that's not a bad thing. Like, not every trans person has to wait like years and years and years to finally feel at home in their body. Like, if I have an opportunity to, you know, get top surgery or to do this or that or whatever, then I'm gonna do it. That was kind of a tangent, so I'm sorry about that, but I just seeing that comment kind of pissed me off a little bit because they were like, oh, I don't mean to be rude, but like, you're transitioning too fast. I know coming out is a very big step in transitioning, but I was already mentally to the point where I really needed to start actually transitioning my full body medically in order to feel okay. So yeah, everyone's experience is different. My experience on testosterone is different from everyone else's, so I'm just telling what's going on with me and nobody else. Okay, so like moving down a little bit, I haven't really noticed any other changes like on my abdomen or my hips or anything like that. Fat redistribution is a thing that happens on testosterone, but it really only happens like after a long time. Like, sometimes it can take even years for it to happen, where like instead of having like the hourglass shape, like the fat kind of redistributes so that the fat in the hips kind of goes to the waist a little bit to just kind of look more like the Dorito shape man figure. I don't know. So that hasn't really happened for me at all. I wasn't really expecting that either. But there is something else that I wanted to talk about that's changed that I've noticed. It's gonna be totally weird like talking about this so publicly, but I just want to be honest, and I want to potentially help anyone who's starting their transition or anything like that. If you don't want to hear anything about my, you know, downstairs area, I'm not going to go into super detail, but there is changes that I want to talk about. So if you don't want to hear about that, then you can just go ahead and click off the video, because that's probably one of the last things I'm going to talk about. Giving you a fair warning, for those of you who still wanted to stick around, if you're not aware, there's this thing called bottom growth. It happens when, you know, somebody who was born female starts taking testosterone, and basically you grow a little dick. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but you kind of grow a little dick. And of course it's not going to be, you know, the same size as a cis male penis. It's not going to, you know, function exactly the same way, but I'm not going to, you know, go into a lot of detail about like, you know, the terminology and everything. But down there, something, you know, gets bigger and it starts to kind of resemble a dick a little bit more than, you know, it did before. And this change is one of the first changes to happen on testosterone. I've definitely noticed it, and it also, you know, comes with a higher sex drive, which I've also noticed, because I mean, I'm injecting dude hormones into my body. Like, of course I'm gonna have a higher sex drive. This is so weird for me to talk about, so I hope you guys appreciate this, because I'm putting this out onto the internet. Like, I don't know how some other people do it. Like, some people just have no shame in talking about like their bodies and personal things like this, and it's just so weird because I feel like my family is watching this when I know like basically nobody in my family watches my videos, so I don't even know what I'm worried about. But anyway, so yeah, bottom growth is a thing, and it starts very early on, like within even the first like couple weeks of being on testosterone, and basically down there it just gets a little bit bigger, and it kind of gets a little bit more sensitive, and it's just kind of gets uncomfortable, and it's a weird thing. And I have no idea, like for me personally, it has not grown like exponentially, but I have noticed it a little bit, and it has been, you know, a little bit uncomfortable to experience, because it's just like, it's like I'm going through puberty, so it's just going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be growing pains and everything like that. But just trust me, you're not going to grow like a full-fledged penis. You're just not. I think the max that you can grow is like an inch or two. I'm not sure. You don't quote me on that. But yeah, so that is one of the first changes that I noticed, and I didn't really want to talk about it, but then I was like, I'm just going to be general about it. And so yeah, there you go. I guess another thing is body hair, and I've always just been a really hairy person, like I was saying before. I haven't noticed any more body hair on like my legs or my arms or anything like that. I don't know if that's something that comes later, or if I've like reached my maximum body hair potential, which I don't really think that's gonna happen, because I have a feeling that I'm just gonna get like a shit ton more body hair. I mean, I'm Mexican, or half Mexican, and I'm just a hairy person. Genetics. So that's about it for all the changes that have been happening to my body since I started testosterone. A lot of things haven't really changed, but a couple things have, so I just wanted to give an update and everything. And once I make my 2 months update, that actually my 2 months on testosterone is the day that I start school, so that's just gonna be weird. I'm probably gonna be in a new apartment by then, hopefully. Like, I really hope so. It's just a lot of things are happening right now, so I'm sorry if my, you know, upload schedule is a little spotty. Haven't been streaming that much lately, but thank you to all who continue to watch and support me. I'm excited for the changes that are yet to come. So of course, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.